You ever be extremely good at something but don't have no interest in it? People give you compliments all day about it and it just don't move you. Like you just don't care. You show up, you do the job, and you go home and you don't think about it. I made a post on here and I was saying how me and God have creative differences. I'm sitting here trying to be on TikTok, I'm trying to do YouTube, and it's not flourishing, y'all. It's not getting me nowhere. Am I the best? No, but I enjoy it. I do it because I enjoy talking. And God know that I always talk. I talk too much. My family and friends told me, girl, you talk too much. But that's not the gift, though. You would think God would have took heed to me wanting to be on the microphone. He was like, nah, I'm going to put you in education. Yeah. And I'm just like, no, the education, Lord, I have no interest. Father, I have no interest in the education system. I don't want to do education. Like I don't want to work with kids. And he gave me this gift where I could connect with kids. I just be myself. And it's just like the easiest things. I go in there and I be myself and they just love me, right? You would think that'd be like, oh, okay. Now I see what you mean, God. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do education. I'm still fighting God. I'm still like, God, take me out. Every day I'm like, God, is it time? Is it time? Please. Can I leave? Please. Remember, I heard this saying that if God didn't call you to it, then he won't fund it. So all of these other jobs that I did, I was flat out broke. When I was a flight attendant, that was the brokest I ever been in my entire life. I do not recommend it. It was terrible. When I started doing DoorDash and shipped and all of that, it was decent, but it wasn't enough to live off of. And then I come back into education because I was here once before, and I'm just like flourishing, decent amount of money, and I was like, but why? And like my mama said, don't ever question God. And God know I always been curious. So I always be like, why God? Why you do this? Why you do that? And I just want to know if it doesn't make my heart that happy. Like, why I gotta do it? Why you put me in education? I'm talking to my cousin. Hey bro. She was like, you be obedient, God to give you what your heart desire. And I was like, she's right. Because my heart desired to be on the microphone talking and kikiing with y'all, but I know that there's a calling for me to do something different because I can see the change of when I walk into those schools and I connect with these kids and I'm telling them right from wrong because we got to parent these kids. It's a lot goes into being an educator, not just you like being a teacher and teaching curriculum. You teaching life lessons, you teaching the girls how to be young ladies, hygiene, and you just teaching about so much family drama. And I can see I'm making a difference and I could see that I'm bringing light and joy to the kids and it's healing a part of me as well. But I'm still over here like, God, if I could still just, be on here and get money off of TikTok and YouTube and do all that, then yeah. And I still got like one foot in, one foot out type of thing because this is what makes me happy. But I understand that it's not about me all the time. And that's what I got to realize. Like, even though this makes me happy, God is like, yeah, but I need you over here. Because one thing about God is always looking out for his people. He's always making sure that somebody got somebody. So if these kids is crying out for somebody and they need somebody, God, like, look, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna send somebody. I'm gonna send Miss Davis. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh, you ain't gonna no, God, don't send me. Don't send me. God ain't hearing what I'm saying. He like, these kids need you, girl. Boot up. Let's go. And I don't know how God talked to y'all, but that's how he talked to me. So don't worry about how me and God talk to each other. Okay, that's our business. Thank you. God has never played with me. I've always tried to do my own thing, and God has always had to redirect me. Like, girl, everything not about you. Because sometimes we get self-centered. Sometimes we start thinking stuff is about us and everything's about us and it's about our happiness and our joy and what we want and this is going to make me happy and I want to travel the world. You hear all them eyes in there? I. And God is a team player. God has always showed me he's a team player. Like, okay, but what about them? What about them over there? What about the kids? What about this? What about that? I have to start being more of a team player because I'm realizing that I'm an all for self player sometimes. And even though I love the kids and I show up, I'm always showing up, and the kids will never notice that I don't want to be there. I'm begging God on the Lord to make me a way out, give me an escape route. They will never know that because I always show up. I do love kids, but it's other things that I desire to do. Just remember when you praying and asking for things, if it keep on I, you better change that. Because God is such a team player. That's all. Let me get off my little mini microphone that I love talking on. God, you see what I'm doing here? I'm talking and doing this. And I good? No, not good enough to leave education.